guys, welcome to another long video in our channel. Today we're gonna show you how to make this cell phone case. Actually, it's a a big case. You might be wondering, oh, but my cell phone is not that big. But anyways, we have so many different models nowadays, and many people, especially here in Brazil, we love to use our cell phones with a case, like a silicone case. And this one is more like a small purse for you to put your cell phone and some kind of document, or even money if you still use cash. But our point here today is to show you this variation of the single crochet stitch. It looks a little bit different, but I'm gonna show you how to do it. It's so simple. You're gonna be like, really? But anyway, we love to do things here at Crafts using this kind of pattern. The version we are going to make today will be a little bit smaller than this one in particular. This one, let me show you how big it is. It is about 4.5 inches width, or in centimeters, it's about 11 centimeters. And high, it's about 8 inches or 20 centimeters high. Yeah, I'm going to do a smaller version, as I told you. And for that, I chose this Christmas themed premium yarn. It's from a Brazilian brand called Amorino. It's this is a t-shirt yarn. It's not a polyester one, it's cotton, I think, but it has a little bit of elasticity. I chose this handle for the case, but obviously I'm gonna show you how to make a handle using the yarn. 6.5 or millimeters hook, or 10.5. Scissors. I'm not gonna use any markers today. And a measuring tape, so you can keep track of your progress. Let's do it. We're gonna start our project, but before anything, here's what you are going to do. First of all, you're going to subscribe to the channel. Then you are going to click on the like to like this video. After that, you are going to set your notification bell so you always know when we post a new video. After you watch the video, you're going to comment something down here. You're going to say if you liked it, if you didn't like it, or whatever you want to say. We are very open to suggestions. And then you're going to share this video to everybody you know. Okay, do we have a deal? Anyway, let's start. So, this yarn is a little thicker than the one I used for our pink project, okay? So we are going to start with our slip knot. The way we're gonna do it is the simplest way, which is we're gonna leave just a little piece of yarn here. It doesn't have to be that big. You're going to wrap your yarn around your index finger. Then you're gonna hold the loop here. You're gonna get the yarn that is coming from the ball, and you are going to insert it inside the loop. You see everything we've done with our hands. Now we're gonna get the hook and insert the hook inside this loop and pull the knot so we can start our chain. I'm gonna make a few chains here because, as I told you, I just told you that this yarn is thicker than that one. So I'm gonna see how many stitches I need to start the project. So, to make a chain, first of all, yarn over the hook and through the loop. Again, yarn over, through the loop, yarn over, through the loop. So we go, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We need it about 4 inches, I think. That's what we showed in the previous video. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me check how many inches or centimeters we have. Oh, okay, 3 3/4, 9. Okay, I'm gonna make another chain. And now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 chains to begin our project. As usual, for us to start, we're gonna flip the chain, and we are going to start this first career using this back loop here, okay? So let's do our first single crochet. Insert the hook into this back loop, yarn over, through the loop. We have 2 loops on the hook, yarn over again, and we have our first single crochet. Let's make one more. So through the back loop, yarn over, pull up the loop, yarn over, pull up the 2 loops. We have 2 single crochets. We are going to repeat this process until this part here. I'm gonna do it, and then I'll be back here to show you what we're going to do on this corner and how we are going to turn around our project. So I've finished my next stitches. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stitches, 8 single crochets actually. And now what we are going to do is we are going to insert 3 single crochets into this last hook, last loop, I'm sorry, okay? Because then we are going to turn our project around. So here we are, insert the needle, the hook, yarn over, pull through the loop, yarn over, pull through the 2 loops. I have 1, again, second, 2 single crochets, and 3 single crochets. This knot from the slip knot, we are going to hide when we do the next single crochet, and that's what I'm going to do right at this moment. You see, if we turn our work upside down, we actually have the front side of our chain, okay? And so now we are going to be working on these 2 loops from the chain. So I have my yarn here. I'm going to insert my hook here. And this is the yarn we let loose. We are going to keep it very close because we are going to work it together and hide it as we work on this side. So yarn over, pull through, yarn over. We have a single crochet, and as I told you now, we are going to use our hands and hide the knot from the slip knot. Let's do one more here. Loop, and we have another single crochet, and that's what we are going to do on the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches. Okay, we have here the chains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'll be back when we get here to show you how to finish this row and how to close the row and start the next one. Almost done with this first row. I told you we were going to stop here and we were going to meet to finish this first row. So what are we going to do? We are going to insert 3 single crochets into this last chain. Why? Because we need an even number of stitches in order to do this pattern, okay? I'm going to show you and then you are going to understand how it's going to work. So let's do our single crochet. So insert the hook, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets, and 3 single crochets, okay? Always try to pull your project with your hands so it looks nice and even. Now let's count how many stitches we have. So this first chain or loop, however you want to call it, it counts as a stitch, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I told you, we need an even number, okay? And now, when we close our row, we are going to be creating another stitch. That's why we are going to have a pair, an even number of stitches. So, how are we going to close this row in a way that nobody knows where we start, where we finish? Get your hook, and you see this V shape here from the first chain. Insert your hook from back to front, like this. Take this loop from your last stitch, connect it to the hook, and take it to the back of your work. Okay, I'm gonna pull a little bit more here. Let me use my, okay. Now guys, this is going to become our first stitch of the second row. How? Get your hook, and here we have 2 pieces of yarn from the loop. We're going to insert your hook here. We're gonna get just 1 loop. It's a little a little complicated. I don't know why. Oh, okay, I was doing it wrong. So let me get it here, okay, and pull it with my fingers. So I have just 1 of the 2 loops, okay. Let's put the loop we pulled to the back of our project again on the hook, yarn over, and pull through the 2 loops. And now we are going to chain 1, and this is going to become our first stitch. Now, second stitch is a centered single crochet. How do we make a centered single crochet? You get your hook and you insert it between the 2 loops of the single crochet, like this, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the 2 loops, we have a centered single crochet. Next stitch, we are going to use the back loop only, or BLO. So, hook on the back loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the 2 loops, we have a single crochet on the back loop. Next stitch is a centered one again. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up the 2 loops. And this is what you are going to do all around this second row, okay? So remember, back loop only, center, back loop only, center, and so it goes until the end. We're gonna meet here. End of our second row. And now we are going to finish this row, and as you can see, our project is already curving by itself, and that's how it's supposed to happen, because we haven't done any kind of increases here. The only thing we did was to make the corner of our project, so we inserted 3 single crochets, but after that we haven't made any kind of increase, and that's how it's supposed to be, like this, you know. This one is even a little bigger than that one. I think it's about, let's see, 13 centimeters or 5 inches, but that's okay because as I told you, it's a thick yarn, and the inside part is slightly smaller. So we are going to finish this row, and I'm going to show you how this row now has an even number. So here we have the first stitch we did, like the one we created from the last row, and I'm gonna count with you. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and we are going to do our last stitch here. So the last but one was a back loop only, so the last one is going to be a center single crochet. So I will insert it here in the middle, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over through the 2 loops, and now we are going to close this row the same way we closed the previous one, and the same way we will close all the following rows, which is, we are going to pull a little bit, give some space to this loop, get your hook, insert it under this chain that formed the first stitch. So opa, here we have it, okay. Get this loop on the hook and pull it behind. But here's the thing. This first stitch from the previous row was a back loop only. Now it has to become a center single crochet. And that's what we are going to do here. So I'm going to insert my hook here. I get the yarn over, and pull, oops, I lost it. And I will pull a loop here. I'm going to put this loop back onto the hook. I have 2 loops here, yarn over, and I have a center single crochet. And then this next stitch was a center single crochet, okay? Now it's going to be a back loop only. So hook into the back loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, 2 loops, yarn over, single crochet. And that's the logic from now on. So if you have a back loop single crochet, it's going to become, in the following row, a center single crochet. Yes. Next one was a center single crochet. It will become a back loop only. And so it goes until the end. I will meet you here to show you how to finish this row and So guys, we are back. I'm so sorry, but my the battery of my microphone ended at the end of the previous video. But you didn't miss much because all I said was, let's finish this, this row. And then when we finish next row, I'm going to explain to you what we are going to do next. And that's what's going to happen in this part of the video. So we have here our third row practically finished. As you can see, this specific yarn has already a different print. So maybe if we did this case using centered single crochet or the regular single crochet, the print would be more evident. But what I wanted was to show you a different pattern like this one, and that's what we are doing here, and it's equally beautiful. So that's all that matters. We are at the end of the third row. As usual, I like to do the last but one stitch and do the last stitch with you. So remember, in the previous row, in the second row, we had the last stitch was a center single crochet, and the last but one was a single crochet on the back loop only. Now we have the opposite. So our last but one stitch is a center single crochet, and the last one will be a back loop only. So back loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the two loops, and we finished our third row. Now we're going to start our fourth row the same way we did before and the same way we are going to keep doing from now on, which is insert the hook from back to front on the loop, get this loop from the last stitch and pull it back. And now here's what you have to take into account. So the first stitch on the third row was a centered single crochet. So the first stitch of the fourth row is going to be a single crochet on the back loop. So let me get the back loop here. Back loop, loop on the hook, yarn over, pull up, and chain one, and we have a single crochet. Now this one was a single crochet on the back loop. Next row, it's going to be a centered single crochet like this. It was centered, it will be back loop. It was back loop, it's going to be centered. Always doing the opposite stitch so you can create this pattern, okay? Now guys, what we are going to do is I'm going to do a few more rows. We have 3 here. I will probably make 3 more. As I told you, I'm not going to do a whole case like this one here, but of course you can continue for as many rows and as many inches as you want. I'm just going to do a little bit more, and then I'll be back because I'm gonna show you how to finish your project with this slip stitch pattern, and I'm going to teach you how to do a handle that is not, for example, this is a leather handle you can buy, but I'm gonna show you how to make one using the yarn for your project, okay? Be right back. So guys, that's it. I finished our sample. I did 4 more rows, so we have 7 rows here in total. And I'm gonna show you now how to do this finishing with slip stitches, okay? So this time I finished the row, I did the last stitch. This ending our row is going to be the same as we have always done, so we're going to insert the hook here under these two loops, pull the loop from the last stitch into the hook, pull back. But now we are going to work on this part of the stitches. We are going to do this all over this part of our project. So what are we going to do? I'm going to insert the hook here, and this time I'm gonna put this loop on the hook, yarn over, and I'm going to pull everything. This is a slip stitch, so I'm going to repeat that. I'm going to insert the hook here under these two loops, yarn over, pull up, and pull through. Again, hook, yarn over, pull up, and pull through. This is what we call a slip stitch. We are going to repeat that. We are going to do it all around the top of our case, and then I'll be back to show you how to finish off this row and how to make the strap for your case. So we're finished with our sample for our case. Actually, I stopped here at the last stitch. I already cut the yarn because we are not gonna need much to hide it under the other stitches. So we have here our first stitch. This is our last stitch, and we are not going to do another slip stitch on this space here. No, we stop here because this is what we are going to do. We are gonna get this loop and pull it completely. Okay, then we have here one slip stitch, another one. What are we going to do? We're going to create a fake slip stitch here. So we're gonna get our hook and insert it under these two loops from the first stitch. We get our yarn over the hook, pull through the two loops, and then if you pull it here, you can already see the shape it's going to turn out to be. Then we come here to the back of our work. We insert our needle, our hook, in a way that it's going to appear in the middle of this last stitch. So what we are going to do is we're going to yarn over, get this piece of yarn for the end of our project, and we are going to pull back, and as you can see, we have a pretty decent fake slip stitch here. You can make it more similar to the others, but people won't notice where you started, where you finished. Then on the back side of our project, we are going to get this piece of yarn, and we are going to hide it, as I told you, under the loops. Gonna pull it a little bit more, and then we are going to do it, to hide it until this part doesn't appear anymore, and we have our case ready. If you have a strap or handle like this one, it's ready to go. All you have to do is to connect it here to one of the sides, and that's it. It's ready. You can wrap it around your wrist and hold it like this, or you could stitch a kind of something you use to close. I forget the word right now, but a button, or a button, a metallic button, or a magnetic button here, or not, or you can leave it like that and use it like this for safety reasons. But then maybe you don't have a strap like this. In this case, I'm gonna show you how you can make one using the yarn. So let me just take this one off from here and let's measure so we know the size of strap we are going to be making. So this one is 17 centimeters or almost 7 inches. We are going to make it into like 14 inches or 36 centimeters. And I'm gonna show you how in the next part of the video. So guys, for us to make a strap or a handle to our self case, we're going to do something very difficult, which is a chain. So we're gonna have this chain, and this chain will be approximately 30 centimeters long, or how much it is in inches, about 12 inches long, okay? Because this yarn is a little bit elastic, so we cannot make it the same way, the same length this one has, because this one is not gonna, if you pull it, it doesn't go anywhere, it doesn't stretch, and this one stretches, okay? For that, as I told you, we are going to be making a chain, okay? Let's start our chain. So I'm gonna leave a little more yarn here for us to begin. We're gonna make a loop with our index finger, get the yarn through the loop with the fingers, then we're going to insert the hook. Yarn over through the loop, yarn over through the loop, and this, so here we have 2 chains, but it's going to be as long as 30 centimeters, or I forget, 12 inches. I'll be right back. So I finished my chain. It has 30 chains and about 30 centimeters or 12 inches. I already cut my yarn here because I left it a little longer, like this one. So guys, what are we going to do now? We are going to just pull the yarn through the last stitch, and we are going to join these 2 sides together, okay? We have 2 ways of doing it. We can wrap it like around a finger and knot like this, which is one way to do it. Usually it's not very good. This one is pretty okay, but I'm going to do something more delicate, so let me undo it. And then what we are going to do is simply knot it like this, very closely here. 1, 2 firm knots, okay? And then you're gonna get your case, choose one of the sides. I'm gonna choose this side here, which was the side we finished. Get your hook from the inside to the outside. Take these 2 pieces of yarn, put them on the hook, and pull them back inside your case. Okay, then find a loop. This is the unfinished yarn we had. Get one of the pieces and then pull it firmly and give it 1, 2 firm knots, and hide these pieces of yarn in your project as we did here with the finishing. And you have a perfectly usable and very decent strap for to your case using the same yarn the same way as if you had a leather or a different material one. Okay, guys, so we really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget, subscribe to our channel, like the video, set your notification bell so you can always know when we post a new video. Comment down here your impression, a suggestion, and share with everybody you know, okay? Thank you very much again, and see you next video.